So are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing to do is to review the stated activities for Thursday.
Yeah.
Kevin, as I understand it, is going to forget all about work and is going to work on the invention.
Yes.
And that means, since you have hundreds of hours remaining on the drone ship, I think a very solid 8 hours is possible. Although we're going to hold that just for a moment before I mark it off.
Yeah.
Because there will be several interruptions.
Okay.
Interruption number 1 is a call from Teresa.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Mur Elva is busy with arranging things for the reception at the data center and probably filling out some kind of report for the different law enforcement agencies.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
because big thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is on like international news, also even international news, I would guess.
Well, I don't think they're going to really publicize Boomslang. They're going to, the destruction of the damage at the airport is important.
And all those people
And-
killed when their cars blew up.
Right, and and so yes, I think that it's going to be difficult to avoid the idea that there was, these superpowered people who caused all this trouble. But the full backstory on it, I doubt they're going to be
probably not. But some shit went down.
Yes.
It would have at least got traction online.
Oh yeah, and so I think that there is a lot going on that's above your interaction. But right now, that means a lot of different people want official statements from Moore.
But did they manage to catch, get all of them to detain them or something?
The 3.
The 3. Okay. So, because that would be maybe something they could be proud of.
Oh yeah,
we caught the bad guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So-
of course, the 3 of you were all observed and are recognized for this in many ways. All of this will come into your popularity check when the time comes, which will be Monday. Right now, we are still finishing Wednesday. And, for Thursday.
Yeah, going to first.
And so during the same time, Nina will work from home again, but actually working this time.
Yep.
And I have interpreted that as meaning that's not rest.
No, it's not. No.
Therefore, you will get 30 health back.
That's why I'm.
Yes. So that is good.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so the only thing is that Murray had wanted to get the group together for sort of a debrief and ethics talk. But I think you're going to be too busy with all of this stuff.
Yeah. Also, I
This
think
may have to wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, and I do feel like that's one of those things. Deal with immediate stuff. This is a talk we're gonna want to have together.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be now.
Right.
Yeah. It's not a matter of intervening in something that's about to happen anymore. So it's okay, we did it. I'm also probably gonna want to know more from Must and or probably more the Sapo guys.
Yeah.
In okay, what are we dealing with here? Are there any repercussions that I need to brief my people?
That's a popularity check right now.
Alrighty.
Well, nice. Do you have
I did give him one.
Oh no,
it's
it's
there.
just at the bottom. I didn't bother to look.
there we go.
I wouldn't know anything about that. 40.
40 is green.
Okay. Therefore, they do not shut you out with all manner of passive-aggressive security talk. But they will tell you there's no current relationship between Boomslang and anything Swedish. There's connections that go back 20 years that are now dissolved. right? The actual connections between them and the security establishment are no longer in practice. So there wasn't some kind of intelligence or operations conspiracy that you stumbled into or anything like that. You did uncover maybe some old history, but nothing functional right now, nothing that would embarrass anything.
I guess it would even be more, what's the name, Nilsson?
Yeah.
He had connections before they went to Boomslag.
Correct.
Something like
his his contractor days, when they were still contractors, which is where the group met, those people met, go back there, and possibly something to do with the development of the superpowers. But even that, those connections are now over. Too much time has passed.
He is assumed dead, and we
Right.
guess now.
Well, at the moment is a good question. That's actually something they are going to tell you with what they consider him actually at large. They consider him possibly still, he dissolved into a bunch of electrons, but what does that really mean is a very good question.
Yes.
So they put a question mark on that in the file.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair, given that what we know of his power set, it's not well observed enough that we can give him a definite...
Right. Although Kevin was in contact with his mind when that happened through the mental force. And so Kevin, you haven't shared this, or Kevin hasn't shared this, but as you recall, he did not die. That mind did not.
Yeah.
He did not undergo a death experience. So, let's see here. So I think you're not going to be able to work on the canister today.
No, I wouldn't.
And you're not going to... Oh, and by the way, just that's part of the green. Your activities and those of your comrades are recognized and valued. The damage done by a certain lightning strike on the airport can be attributed to Nilsson rather than to you, because it was a lightning strike. It's a question. It came from your storm.
Yeah.
So there may be some outstanding questions about that, but not right now. It's very clear that you guys apprehended them, and that is
the public attorney hasn't, made a case yet.
Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
The popularity checks come on Monday.
Uh-huh.
I have ammunition for the failures if they happen. And even with Incredible, all it takes is a 0-1. And this has a 0-1 in there.
Yep.
So
exactly.
It only takes an asset in the local municipality with axe to grind against power people that no, they are at fault too. Reckless behavior.
We'll wait for Monday.
Yep.
I am armed. So pending that, but your relationship with the, shall we say, the upper establishment is solid. You've managed to preserve that. You are not considered yourselves a security threat. Although they have decided that perhaps more open lines of communication might be a really good idea. You may have more regular meetings with these people than you did before. So we've handled that. Guess what, everybody? We have now finished our chapter. We should have finished 2 chapters, and I should have done this, what I'm about to do, back a couple of sessions ago. So unfortunately, we've had one really long chapter when we should have had 2. Because chapters are inside the adventure.
Oh, I see.
I have learned. That's what I was confused about before. As we begin, chapter 2 should be 3. Vernivi Vinden now has 130 karma.
130. Okay.
Mur Ilva also has coincidentally, 130 karma. Silverlanson has, wait for it, 195.
Oh,
What?
Well, that was a whole lot of crime fighting and people saving and stuff like that running around.
Is that added to the remaining?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So 201.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Enough to start the account to start getting
I
points
started
into.
getting a little bit more confident about that improvement thing, except that you don't want to be running around with 6. And second, I think the real proper chapter chunks are going to be less than this.
Oh yeah. This is double the amount. Yeah, double
Roughly.
time. So yeah.
Roughly. Chapters are not defined by in-game time.
Yep.
Popularity and media checks and resources are weekly by in-game time. That's why I keep talking about Monday. But karma and chapters have their own, we have to kind of decide as we go along and say, that feels like a chapter.
Yeah,
Narrative, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Your narrative.
Yeah.
Now at this moment, I feel like, okay, when we finished at the data center, that could have been the end of a chapter.
I was thinking myself that it would have been that period before you found them at the house. So around there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm still getting used to it. The chapters are a little tricky. But now, into chapter 2, continuing our adventure. We will begin on Thursday evening at roughly 21 klockan 21. And and we are talking about Kevin, who is on the phone with Teresa, who has basically is talking all about how well she needs to give Scott one more chance, and she complains about him for a while.
Yeah.
And you're not an idiot. Pretty soon, Kevin's realizing that she's looking for permission.
Yeah. Is it the American guy?
Yeah. So it's your chance, right? I don't know how you look at it. Anyway, the point though is that she is that she's taking up a lot of time. You're kind of like, I
looking at the.
I've been working on my ship all day. Right?
Yeah.
And I should also point out that as you continue to work on your ship, you're realizing that this is going to cost money.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yes, we're having a conversation. She says, I'm thinking I'll wait out to the end of the month. To the end of the month. There's no, that's fair, right, Kevin?
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't know why you keep giving this guy more time. It's clear that you're not interesting to him. Like you should be like looking for someone else.
She defends herself by saying, "Well, maybe I'm not interested in him either."
Yeah, so why are you talking to him?
Two. I think I see what this adds up to. But this is one of those conversations that getting through this kind of insight has to go around a few topics, and you have to listen out, unfortunately, to what he said and then what she said about that, and then
and then he did that thing.
So it's taken a while, and it's only partway through this conversation that you realize that you're getting I'm going to put it, do you have any way that you monitor like weather and accidents and disasters in the area? Because that's the sort of thing that you keep an eye on.
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I think I have because I have a lot of weather power, so
Right,
I think I would
right.
be. That's something I can easily help with. So
Yeah,
that would be an easy thing to.
That's what I thought. We
Yeah.
talked about that. Being, and that's the sort of thing that Moore also, keeps an eye on as well. So,
Local emergencies.
Right.
Maybe I even have a friend at SMHI in Norrköping.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a good idea.
they do have a lot of like public, like there's like an API access to their measurements.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
So like there's definitely ways for you to get access to data.
And
Yeah.
if you know guys there, you can get even more. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have their own. This
So I think
state.
that's something that's going on, and you will realize that you have not been paying attention to that when it was giving off a signal that you should pay attention.
Mm.
So Teresa is coming to her conclusion. She says, "Well, I think I'm making a decision about this. He can have he can just do without me for the rest of the month, and after that, even more so." Right? That's she'll talk about how what was she doing anyway with all the why did she this is months, right? I mean, 1 fun month with this guy and 5 months of all this nonsense, and how
I'm
can
better
I do
than this.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I should know better than this.
Yeah.
And you're kind of thinking, I was. Yes. So at least I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So then there is, however, the problem that yes, there has been a freak electrical storm. The scheduled arrival of the snabbtåg from Stockholm into Norrköping on Thursday night is at 21:38. I know because I looked it up.
Yeah.
And this is actually I don't know if you've seen the new fast trains.
Yeah.
They're really spiffy.
Yeah.
The ones where they redid the
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just saw one the other day.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those.
Okay.
And so that means it was hurtling along the track at terrifying speeds when the freak electrical storm hit it. And that is weird to you because that actually makes no sense. What do you mean freak electrical storm? What could possibly have set off unusual electrical atmospheric phenomena in the last 24 hours?
I wonder.
Was it me?
Yeah. Because that
Counting
can happen.
all the people I know.
But the timing on that, the distance,
What was I doing at the time? A sneeze.
So therefore,
So it had already happened.
it's actually the
happening
train
right now.
is experiencing malfunctions and as broadcast an emergency plea for help as of now, and it is still you don't know whether it's still in motion or not. You actually have to get some information about that. But the danger is if it is still in motion and they can't control it would be the biggest possible problem.
Yeah.
And it's just at the outskirts of Norrköping right now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
It's heading into town.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think I will check that out. So I'm gonna hang up on Teresa. I see that I have gotten a really important call. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Who's the important caller around here? Right.
There's been an emergency at work.
And who would that be? Exactly.
Work at 30 past 9 in the evening.
Yeah. So after blatantly lying to Teresa.
Yes.
And so the question is, you are going to be faced with a fairly dangerous situation. And the you have to out there on the train track, of course, out of town. It doesn't go through anywhere easily accessible. You'll have to find. Let's see. I'm trying to think about the layout. That's my question. Are you actually going to go to the track where the train is?
I was thinking about that because I don't really have something that would make me go, that I can go there really quickly.
No, unfortunately, no.
So I don't know if, that depends. Could I get information on how big the energy field thing is? Like, is it like a big thing that lays on weather, or is it just on one
Well, you
spot?
have a high popularity, so not as high as the monster over here, but you have a high popularity, which I'm interpreting as actually civic city connections. And law, and you have contacts. So if you make a popularity check, we'll see how much you're able to get.
Can I?
Yeah. 43 for incredible.
43.
Green success.
Green.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are not going to, come and pick you up. You're not going to get a city vehicle, coming to get you. But and they assume that you will simply turn into a whirlwind and fly over. The public understanding of Rennevi Vinden's powers is, very sketchy.
Yeah.
They think you can do a lot more than
They
you
don't.
can.
If they can't see me, they think I'm up in the sky.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so the quickest way to get there, I'm sorry to say, is an Uber.
But if Nina is allowed a car, surely Kevin would be
Allowed.
owning. He has the money to own a car.
Well, that's true. You do have, but the point is, Kevin is a young Swede without health problems, and the chance of owning a car is, by American standards, is quite low. So that's the question.
You don't need to own a car
exactly.
But,
so the question is whether Kevin does or not.
Yeah, but he has a good job.
Right. The question, though, is whether you want. It's very voluntary in this culture.
Yes. Yeah.
So
unless you work in some sort of industry,
where you have to go around or something.
I think Kevin would want
commuting
a car. I think he would want to have a nice car. Although I don't know if he. I think he would have something that looks nice or no car at all.
Right. Uh-huh.
But as he's director of development on a company.
Right. The wealth. Your wealth has a rating, though.
Oh yeah, right.
In fact,
resources.
210 resources.
Mm-hmm. And so. Right. So basically, that's going to put you at professional employment. Yeah, it would have been a big purchase for you.
Okay.
It would have been. You could have done it, but it would have been your big purchase last year. And you would have eaten into your capacity for inventing.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have a car. I will take an Uber.
Okay.
There.
The only good news about that is that it is pretty quick.
Yeah.
You'll be there within 25 minutes.
Yeah. And I've also got that information about exactly where it is.
From your popularity check, you got all the information you needed. I think you probably identified yourself as Rennevi Vinden through official channels, and they're like, oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they're like, okay, he's on it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. We will turn to you in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait. This is just an encounter. This is a one encounter.
Yeah, because I'm just going to assume that the train is actually stopped, because if it was still going and
then
it was
it would have been right.
Taking an Uber, it would be too slow.
It would make sense for the train to have to stop if there's something wrong.
If they could.
That's true.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Because so the question is, has it derailed or not? And considering you made the popularity check, I'm going to say by definition that means you were able to get there in time.
Okay.
But not in a great way. In other words, I think the train is stopped, but it is also compromised or has kinked up or, partly derailed.
Yeah.
And
but it might have triggered the emergency brakes and so on.
And that isn't good for the train.
No, exactly. It's
And so there's probably people who are hurt, and let's not forget electrical discharges everywhere. So right now they're dealing with an emergency situation.
Yeah.
Emergency vehicles are showing up, but it is an unusual problem. And
is it like charged outside shell of the train so they can't get out?
Yeah. So people are hurt, right? There's people who are hurt in there, and there are people who are trying to come up with some kind of way to overcome the insulation or whatever. So the question is, by the time you get there, the Uber probably drops you off in like a block away, not knowing that you're going to go.
Yeah.
Right? And so therefore you I'm just thinking about those fences, that line the train tracks. You actually have to like try to peel the, the wires back. And
depending on where it is, it's probably already all peeled away.
I was going in that area coming into town from the east. Yeah. It's kind of junky.
Yeah. Because they are that dilapidated
they are. You're
industrial area that they are going to just demolish and build the building.
On my end of town, on the west end of town, they mostly go through canyons, right? So it's wooded and hilly and not very fancy, but it's scrubby.
Yeah.
But the point is that it's not like there are streets right there.
No.
Yeah.
And those are fenced off fairly securely. But coming in on that train, yes, on that end, it's pretty accessible.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll basically have to just walk between the right buildings, and you can just be right there to the tracks. But you can see that there's an emergency team there, and they are frantic. I mean, they're on their phones. Somebody has tried to open the train. They're injured now. And there are people inside, and you're realizing this is actually a bit of I hope nobody's dead, basically.
Yeah.
So what will you do? It's dark out. There's dramatic.
I don't really know how, but since I have both weather control and mental force, could I some way feel where he is, or if it's him, and like scan whatever is.
You don't have the ability to scan. You don't have the.
Could I not feel him mentally?
That is not in your power set. You are thinking, boy, it would be nice if I could put these together, but but it's not working out.
But I don't know where he is.
But you can try to figure it out through your knowledge of electricity.
Yeah.
So that would be a reason. This reason because you're thinking about exactly what happened to him and how his powers work. And you have encountered those very clearly over the last few days. So I think you can make a reason check.
So I could just try to find it in what I already know.
Exactly.
Okay.
How does he do things? How does this work?
Okay.
How would that relate to what I'm seeing?
Yeah.